to North of the Broad. I am Jonathan Haupt, the Executive Director of our nonprofit Pat Conroy Literary Center, filling in for Robin Zimmerman here on North of the Broad. I've been known to talk to authors occasionally, so I might actually be qualified to do this particular interview with Alicia Bessette. Hi, welcome to North of the Broad,
Hi,
Alicia.
thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Really glad to welcome you to our community as well. You are newly arrived, or new-ishly arrived here in Beaufort.
That's right. We moved in November, so just getting my bearings. It's a great place to be.
You've stepped into a very literary community, as I'm sure you have already realized.
I know, and I love that. There's inspiration around every corner, I feel
Indeed, and always room for one more writer, too.
Right?
So I hope it's been a very welcoming experience for
Absolutely.
you. You are a mystery novelist and the author of a series of books, 2 in the series so far. So tell us a little bit about the Outer Banks Bookshop Mystery Series.
Gladly. So there's 2 books in the series. Smile Beach Murder was book number 1, and Murder on Mustang Beach, book number 2. They came out a couple of years ago by Berkeley, which is an imprint of Penguin Random House. Your heroine is Callie Paget. She's 38 years old. She is a laid-off print journalist. She returns home rather reluctantly at first, but that starts to change, to the island in the Outer Banks where she grew up. It's a fictional island called Cattail. She gets a job at a cute independent bookshop, and she starts solving crimes. So in Smile Beach Murder, book 1, there is a suspicious death at the local lighthouse. Callie thinks this death might have something to do with a dormant treasure hunt that has mysteriously resurfaced after many years of, lying buried. And then book 2, Murder on Mustang Beach, picks up 11 months after Smile Beach Murder leaves off. So it's a continuation of the story. Some of the same characters that you've come to know and love from book 1 appear in book 2. And in book 2, her boyfriend, who owns and operates a martial arts studio, there's a murder in his martial arts studio. So Callie has to prove his innocence. Meanwhile, there's some funny business going on with the wild horses who live on the island, the protected herd, and she thinks the 2 events have something to do with one another. So Callie has her work cut out for her in both books.
Very interesting. She sounds like a fascinating protagonist who can certainly carry multiple books through a series, which you want as well.
Yes, I like to think so.
Yes.
She gets herself in lots of interesting predicaments, and then she's able to let her big brain shine. So that's what you like in a cozy heroine, I think.
Yes, absolutely. The idea of the potentially unprepared, but nonetheless somehow plucky and ready to go protagonist.
Yes, plucky is a good word.
Yes. So for those who are sort of uninitiated with the genre, and we've mentioned it a couple of times now, what really makes a cozy mystery a cozy mystery?
Right, a couple of things. So cozy is a subgenre of the murder mystery. As the name implies, you're not going to see a lot of blood and guts or explicit violence, graphic details, that sort of thing. PG-13,
Gotcha.
If you want to apply that rating system. The language overall tends to be pretty mild, maybe a 4-letter word here and there, but not too much. So another characteristic of a cozy, I would say, is that your heroine or hero is going to be an amateur sleuth and not a professional sleuth. So if you're reading a mystery and it's mostly about a hard-boiled detective or a professional, private eye or something like that, chances are it's not a cozy. The heroes and heroines of cozies tend to have jobs that have nothing to do with crime solving, such as working in a bookshop or owning a bakery. The list goes on. And crime solving is something that they do on the side because they believe it's right, not because they're collecting a paycheck.
Can make them a little more relatable for the reader as a character, as an avatar for the reader as
I
well,
think so.
right?
I
Yes.
think so.
So will the series continue? Are you writing another volume, or are you writing anything right now?
It's a 2-book series. It looks like it'll stay that way for the time being, but you never know.
Yes. So what are you writing?
Beaufort has inspired me. I'm working on a new mystery unrelated to this series. It takes place in Beaufort. That's really all I can say about it at this point. I have to be mysterious,
Yes. That's a lot, though. That's given us a lot to look
Yeah.
forward to.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything? Do you have any upcoming events? We tend to put writers to work here in Beaufort when they show up.
Yes, and I'm really happy to say that there is an authors symposium coming up in October 16th. It's a Wednesday. Fun starts at 4:30, I'm told. So book signing, book sales, authors Q&A. This event will be a fundraiser for a local chapter of the PEO, or Philanthropic Educational Organization. The contact person is Linda Jones. So if people are looking for more information, logistical details, ticket sales, you can reach out to Linda. She gave me permission to share her email address.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's JonesGL@yahoo.com. I'm sorry, JonesLG@yahoo.com. And she did share with me that announcements and advertisements are forthcoming soon. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for the Authors Symposium.
That sounds amazing. I'm so glad you're getting to participate in
I'm
that.
very excited.
As it turns out, I will be there too.
Hooray!
So I will see you there. And I'm glad we got to talk today
Me
on
too.
North of the Broad.
This was great.
Thank you so much, Alicia.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.